everyone, welcome to my temporary studio.
I've selected another landscape image to work on. I love the stormy sky, but I think I'm going to add some more green to the grasses there at the bottom. Switching gears completely, I want to do a crow-inspired piece. I've seen so many here. This is a completely experimental piece I have got some acrylic paint that I put on this panel, and I'm going to be using epoxy sculpt and glass, and I'm using this exclusively, this iridized black glass, maybe both sides. We'll see. Here I go. Pink underpainting on this because I wanted some pops of that pink to show through the gray. But now that I've painted over it and the paint is dry, there is just too much pink showing through. So I'm going to do another coat of paint just to cover it up a little bit more. It's a little bit too pink for me. I want just little bits of it, not too much. Here we go. I've made quite a number of pink roses the last couple weeks, and now I'm going to make a little abstract using the same colors, green and pink. Start with a bezel that's full of epoxy. I leave space for the pieces to fit. And then I make a little bit of extra, and if I need to add some, I'll have a little tiny bit that I can add just to lift up the level. reference photo, you can see that the water is actually much lighter than those mountains. And I have a limited amount of glass. Let me show you what I'm doing. I have got some purple and blues and some darks. So what I'm going to do is use this one for that water. And then there's quite a lot of busyness up here. So I want to keep these shapes pretty simple and straightforward. And then I'll move to a darker glass here, which might be some of this and some of this. We'll see. And then I'll move into the sky. First though, the water. The darks, the lights, and the swoops there, and even a little bit of blue up here. I'm gonna have fun with it. Also, update, I have a grinder this week, and that is because there was one here all along. It was in a box and it was stored away, and I just didn't know about it. So I laid eyes on it, and now I'm using it, which is incredible. Landscape I'm going to do. As you can see, it's a vertical format and it is of this amazing tree, but it also has a rocky landscape there with lots of oranges and yellows, and then the line of trees in the background. I think I'm going to use pieces of slate to portray these rocks. So they might be a little bit different in color, but I think the rockiness of them is what I'm going for. That's it. I'm attaching these rocks with Weld Bond, and I'm just being extremely generous with it. Normally I would not attach rocks with Weld Bond, but that's the strongest adhesive I have. And these rocks are pretty thin and lightweight, so I'm gonna go for it. now that I finished this, I'm looking at it, and when I compare it to some of these other ones, I think that I am going to take up some glass. I'm gonna take up this bush and cut it into little leaves, similar to those, and put it back together. I may even use the same glass, but it just doesn't quite have enough detail. So let me get after it. To do another pendant, so I'm just going to do an all green one and this little heart. That's it for prosperity. Productive week for me. Let me show you what I made. I made these abstract florals, 3 of those, 1 green heart for prosperity, and this little English daisy. I did this crow, and then I did 3 landscapes, all with stormy gray skies, which is all that I've seen lately. That's it. That's putting it together. Thanks for watching. See you next time.